Hey folks, today we are going to do a lower body focus with the Theraband. Everything we're doing, if you don't have a Theraband, you can do without a Theraband, although I like the little extra the Theraband gives us. But don't rule this out if you don't have a Theraband because you can still do all of these exercises. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. I'm going to assume you've already warmed up a little bit and we're going to lay on our back and we've got that Theraband. So we'll start with a little bit of single leg work here. So I've got the band, I'm going to put it around my left foot. Choose whatever leg you want to start with. And I'm just holding a little tension there. Bend and press. Go ahead and lay the right leg down. Bend and press. Nice bending and pressing. Stretching that band. I'm also trying to connect into my core. So using that to stabilize my body. Stretching with that band. It feels kind of nice. Gives me a little stretch as well. Just stretch out that band. So again, this would work without the band, but the band gives you a little bit of something nice in addition. Let's take that to a straight leg, up and down. So I'm holding that band as tightly as I would like. You can adjust your tension. I like to feel a little tension that I'm working against. I'm flexing down and pointing up. Just a nice up and down. And there goes my little friend here to help. Hi, Lemon. All right, let's bend, press, up, down. Bend, press, up, down. So we're just putting those combination together. I love to combine things. Uses that brain a little bit more. Might as well get stronger and smarter at the same time. Let's do one more of those. All right, bring it up. We're doing circles, big circles. All right, watch out, Lemon. If you have pets, I'm sure they like to get in on the action too, but it's nice for them and it's a nice way to spend a little quality time with your pets and get a workout too. All right, that's number 6, and I'm going to reverse. And 6. Little pulses with that leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that leg across the body for a quick little stretch here. Little outer thigh stretch. And then we'll go away from the body, keeping your hips level. Don't roll with it. Little inner thigh stretch. All right, let's switch legs. I'm just going to stick that other foot in there. Try to find some room around a cat. And we start with that bend and a press, bend and press, other leg. Now I tend to be a little more limber in this leg, so we'll see. The range might be a little different, and you might find that too. And that's where that band may help give a little bit of support. I have a lot of tightness in my left hamstring, so the band was helping me out a little bit there. All right, that was 10, so we go up and down. Pointing up, flexing down. Arms get a little benefit just by holding that band. Couple more of those, and then we put it all together. All right, lower down, bend in, press out, lift up. And I'm not trying to go particularly fast here because with Pilates, I don't want momentum. I want controlled movements. When I go a little slower, I have to work against the pull of that band and also the release of that band. Sometimes coming in as the band slacks a little bit, there's some control that's needed there. All right, so remember that speed is not really our friend here, and you could go slower than I'm going if you like, or match my pace, but I wouldn't go any faster. Still trying to connect to my core at the same time. Let's make this your last one. Bring that leg up, big circles without moving the pelvis. All right, let's reverse that. And then we do our little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the leg across, stretching out the IT band, outer thigh, keeping my hips level. If you let your hip lift, you're going to get a little bit more of a low back stretch, which maybe that's what you want. But if we're really trying to stretch the leg, we need to keep that hip anchored so we're not just rolling over and missing the intent of the stretch. Same goes for this one. Keep my pelvis level, don't roll with it. I'm going to feel more of my inner thigh here. Whereas if I just rolled, I lose that stretch pretty quickly. All right, we're coming up and we're going to do some glutes. I love glute work and I love glute work with the band. So hopefully you'll enjoy this as well. Actually, let's start with the band around the top foot. We're going to do a few different variations here. So this is going to look familiar to what we just did, but now we're laying on our side with our side body lifted. It's the bend and the press. One more of those. Press it out, drag it forward, drag it back. Still keep that side body lifted. Use that band for a little bit of support. Keep your body still. So much going on here. Trying to keep my elbow about at my hip bone, but you put that arm where it works for you. And then let's do the combination. Out, in, forward, and back. Again, try not to rush the pace here. There we go. All right, let's do that last one. All right, so we're going to move the band. I could switch sides and do that all on the other side, but I think I'm just going to stay with everything on this side and everything on the other side. So we'll just power through. All right, so now the band is going around my knees, and I'm just going to hold it down here. And I'm going to start with a hinge, a flat leg hinge. So just lifting and lowering, almost like I'm opening and closing a door. That heel comes up. I just lift that whole leg together. Three more of those. 3, 2, 1. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Connect your heels. Let's take it to a traditional clamshell. We've got that band to work against. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you should be feeling that. Let's go to the other side. So remember, we're going to start on the foot of the top leg. For me, that's my left leg. All right, so there we go. Put the band around there. Prop up on your forearm. Watch out for cat obstacles. And then we'll bend and press. So lifted. Lifting up through that side body is going to work into your obliques. So I say let's get as much bang for our buck as possible. Use your core, use your obliques, use that leg. You could be laying all the way down, but I like to work all the things. One more like this, and then we'll go forward and back, forward and back. I'm trying to keep that leg about the same distance from the floor. And one question that I sometimes get is, what tension should my Theraband be? And that's kind of hard to say. I always feel like you can use what you have and just adjust how you're holding on to it, make it a little tighter, a little looser. If it's a less tension Theraband, choke up a little bit more. If it's a heavier Theraband, give yourself a little bit more slack so you can kind of accommodate that way. All right, let's do that combination. Bend, straighten, forward, and back. Again, smooth movements as much as I can, trying to make each movement exactly the same. So if I had a marker on my foot, would I be dragging the same line each time? I hope so. Probably not exactly the same, but that is what I'm mentally thinking of. All right, one more of those. And then in. All right, let's move that band right around the knees. We'll go behind both knees so we can get into the glutes. I mean, there were some glutes we were already doing, but really this is super glute focused. How about that? All right, hinge up. I need to choke up a little bit. That wasn't enough. All right, hinging up, just like I'm opening and closing a door. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's starting to add up, starting to feel it, whether you realize it or not. This side was active while you were laying on this side doing the other leg because it was stabilizing. So whenever you do the second side and exercises like this, the second side is going to be a little harder. You're not coming into it as fresh. So I always recommend that you don't always start on the same side. Mix it up. It challenges the body a little bit more. All right, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, take that band off. We're going to finish with a nice stretch for glutes. So I'll start with one leg tucked in, and I bring the other leg across, and then I twist away. Try to sit up nice and tall, and you'll feel it right about there, that nice twist and stretch. Take your gaze away as well. And then let's try that other side. Bring that leg down, cross over, and then twist and stretch. Sitting up nice and tall as you do that. Definitely feel that stretch. And there you go. There's our Theraband lower body workout. I definitely felt it. I think you will too. Thanks for watching and hope to see you again soon. Bye.